Biden and these videos. What? All right, guys, it's time for boring politics hour. But I really want to like learn this. I want to know what the fuck is going on. Biden admin says Israel use of arms may have violated international law. So I think this is pertaining to the whole issue where the Biden administration, they're hitting the pause button on sending Israel more weapons to kill people. The Biden administration on Friday said Israel's use of U.S. supplied weapons in Gaza may have violated international humanitarian law. The findings came in a U.S. State Department report to Congress, which noted that due to wartime conditions, officials had not found specific instances that show Israel had violated terms of U.S. weapons agreements. Okay. All right. The report was mandated by President Joe Biden and comes after his recent decision to pause the shipment of bombs to Israel and review future military shipments. The findings of the report are not related to that decision, which Biden said he made as a response to Israel's move to invade the Gaza city of Rafah. According to the report, Israel has the knowledge, experience, and tools to implement best practices for mitigating civilian harm in its military operations, but added that the results on the ground, including high levels of civilian casualties, raise substantial questions as to whether the IDF is using them effectively in all cases. So, okay, now that's really what I want to know. So I'm going to do a quick search here. Civilian deaths in Gaza. Right? Let's get to the meat of this. Bro, yo. I'm stunned. What the fuck? The vast majority of casualties have been in the Gaza Strip. Over 34,262 have been killed. 70% of them are women and minors. In December 2023, Euro-Mediterranean Human Rights Monitor estimated 90% of the casualties were civilians, while the IDF put the civilian ratio at 66% of those killed. That is insane, bro. That is insane. That's why that dude set himself on fire. Shit. I knew that there were civilian casualties, but I thought the number was like 5,000 or something like, which is bad. But damn. How many people were killed in the Hamas attack on Israel? That's what it right? Is it Israel? Yeah. I always get the E and A mixed up. It was like 1,000, right? Okay. Yeah, so it was about, so as of May 8th, 2024, over 36,000 people, so 34,000 Palestinian and 1,500 Israeli. All right, so you guys know what I said before about my suspicions regarding this situation. And for me, this only confirms what I said. And this is my belief is that the attack in Israel was allowed to happen as an excuse to put a foot up the up the Palestinians' asses. Look at, just think about it. You sacrifice 1,000 of your people, and then you build up the outrage, these videos flying around of people being killed, dead girls on the back of pickup trucks, all this chaos and violence, and now people are like, yeah, go get them. So that when you get up to start putting your foot in some asses, people don't care about the number of like how many people you're killing. So 34,000 people, most of them civilians, have to die because over 1,000 Israeli people were killed. Now, if the attack was not allowed to happen, then it's kind of like, well, okay. But I'm very much a believer in that they allowed the attack to happen.
I want you to know before I start the video that what I'm about to say is very controversial. So if you don't have an open mind about what's going on in Israel right now, and you don't want to hear something that might rattle your preconceived notions a little bit, I suggest you turn off this video right now. So we're all trying to make sense of what happened on October 7th, which is Shmini Atzeret. Some call it Simchat Torah, when we all know Gazans came in and basically slaughtered 1,000 Israelis and kidnapped a bunch, all in the matter of about 7 hours. So what I want to do is reverse engineer this thing a little bit to kind of help you understand why I believe that this was an inside job. First of all, we'll start with September 1st. By the way, everything I'm about to say will be backed up with actual links to news articles or video footage. And if you want any of my sources, I'm happy to give them. September 1st, the Israeli government confiscated the weapons of the security teams in the Gaza belt communities. This was done against the will of those security teams in the Gaza belt communities. Why that happened, nobody knows. Fast forward to September 10th. On September 10th, the Moatzah, which is basically the municipalities of the Gaza belt communities, received reports. These are civilians, received reports of increased tensions on the border of Gaza during the Jewish holidays, which of course span from Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Shmini Atzeret, which was on Saturday. Those same heads of municipalities asked the army if they should cancel their festivities in light of the warnings of increased tensions on the border of Gaza. And what did the army say? They said, no, don't cancel anything. It appears as though we're heading into a state of calm. You can assume that the Shabak did not know about this attack, but that's highly improbable. I mean, Israel is probably the most advanced surveillance state in the world, and the Gaza border is probably the most heavily surveilled. And the Shabak, who somehow knew about a guy who had corona in a toy store and tracked him all the way to a soccer stadium during the days of corona, somehow didn't know about this massive attack planned by thousands of random Gazans on pickup trucks and hang gliders. Are you serious?
What is it called? What is it called? I think it's called a false flag. Right. Let me make sure I get the terminology right. A false flag operation is an act committed with the intent of disguising the actual source of responsibility and pinning blame on another party, Hamas did the attack, but what I'm saying is this, right? Given the surveillance technology and the power in Israel, the military force that they have, there's no reason why they shouldn't have had a significantly better response to Hamas attacking their country. And so if you think about it, let's say Israel acted the way they should have, given their surveillance technology, given their military might, because look, they whooping their ass. So you can't tell me they not superior. Now that the bell has rung and it's time to fight, they whooping their ass. So again, roll with me. So we know the attack is coming, and we don't want people to die. We need to sound the alarm. Let's go. Let's stop this to avoid as many casualties as possible. So now you don't have this situation where Hamas is skydiving in and coming through on motorbikes like it's Mad Max, kidnapping bitches and killing people. You have a swift and powerful response to an attack at your border. You shut it down like that. Now you don't have the excuse. You don't have the people on your side to go, well, now we're just going to start murdering the hell out of civilians. The only reason why so many people are looking at it differently is because their mind has already been made up by the initial attack. They see the young people dead and the girl in the back of the truck. All these things are by design. In my view, from my point of view, this is what I believe. And so now people don't care. It's just like 9/11. Again, this is another conspiracy. But there are people that believe that 9/11 was an inside job. It was allowed to happen. But just think about it. We get attacked, planes crash into the Twin Towers, thousands of people die. I mean, it is a tragedy of tragedies for Americans. We're united, and we're just like, yeah, whoever did it, fuck them. Kill them, get them. We don't think about all the destruction that resulted from those wars in the Middle East. We don't think about the civilians that died. We think about, the terrorists, Bin Laden. We got Bin Laden after 10 plus years, whatever. We don't think about the civilians, the children, the women, infrastructure being destroyed, people not being able to eat, people not being able to work, people not being safe. Because we just see the tragedy. If there's no tragedy, there's no justification. You see? And I could be dead wrong. I could be dead wrong. I might have been taking too many of those Alex Jones supplements. But that's what I think. It is my belief that the powers that be within Israel knew the attack was going to happen. They allowed it to happen to justify this, to justify this. And see, I can almost guarantee you that after this, Israel is going to probably take more land from the Palestinians. Like, Israel is probably going to be able to expand after this. Oh yeah, we sacrificed 1,000 people, but our power grows as a result. We kill more of our enemy, we take more of their land, and then things settle down. I mean, because this is just a genocide, bro. Like, whether it's 90% civilians or 66, that's fucking like you just killing motherfuckers. You just killing motherfuckers.
You don't believe we gangsters? Tell me what the Iraqi uniform look like. Don't worry, I'll wait. Cause you ain't never seen that motherfucker. We ain't killing they army, nigga. We killing them. We over there killing niggas in sweatpants, tank tops, flip-flops, and a cowboy hat. You shouldn't have been talking shit.
That's what you do when you want to take some shit over. You can't just leave them there. Like, if you want to, you gotta kill everybody. The men, the women, and the children. If you want to take what's theirs, then take what's there. Biden, bro. Biden must have had the same reaction I did and said, hold up. He like, well, wait a minute, 34? What's the oh damn, 66? 90 to 6? Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to halt that shipment of weapons real quick. I know they're gonna be mad, but damn. I got this report on my desk and oh boy. Biden wished he was that damn articulate and alert. In reality, it was more like and then somebody else I'm sorry, Biden, you cool with me, bro. So this, according to the report, Israel has the knowledge, experience, and the tools to implement best practices for mitigating civilian harm in its military operations, but added the results on the ground, including high levels. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like they're saying that they have the knowledge and the experience and the tools to mitigate civilian harm. However, the result is high levels of civilian casualties. So they're admitting that, a lot of civilians are getting murked out there. They're getting killed. On October 7th, Palestinian militant group Hamas launched an attack on southern Israel, killing 1,200 people and taking over 200 hostages. Israel subsequently launched a war against Hamas in Gaza that has killed over 34,000 people, the Associated Press AP reported, citing Gaza health officials.
I've made it clear to Bibi and the war cabinet, they're not going to get our support if in fact they go on these population centers. We're not walking away from Israel's security, we're walking away from Israel's ability to wage war in those areas.
So it's not over your red line yet?
Not yet, but we've held up the weapons. We've held up the one shipment that as an old shipment was designed. We've held that up.
Rick Scott sits on the Senate Armed Services Committee. He's on the couch with us right now. Senator, your reaction to the president last...
I love it. I hate it, the civilian deaths, but I love it because our American politicians are so obligated to kiss Israel ass. They are so obligated. Look at Biden right there. Look at what he got on his head. Our politicians are obligated. Let me make sure this goddamn hold up. My shit ain't going out. Oh, I'm still up. Our politicians have an obligation to kiss Israel ass. To bend the knee and just both cheeks. You ever seen dick drainers? They have an obligation. But now they have this situation where they can't even deny that the civilian death toll in Gaza is just completely unacceptable. And so it's like, if you continue to just support them without any sort of restraint or input as to what they're doing, you're just aiding in a genocide. But if you don't, you're anti-Semitic. You hate Israel. Right? Oh, this is just beautiful. It's hilarious. Oh, man. I mean, look, again, terrible situation, tragic, but it's so funny to see these ass-kissing mofos get put in the hot seat like this. Like, I gotta kiss ass, but I can't let them just kill everybody. Look at Biden just sweating, boy. He like, ooh, how do I word this right? Like, yeah, they killing motherfuckers, but, we can't give them all the bombs. It's an old shipment. Not a new one, it's an old one. Let me put my hat on. Oh my God, it's hilarious. I love it, bro.